I don't see a lot of people talking about this, but I want to cut up this large red oak log that I have, and I want to show you and tell you how much board footage I can get from this log and how much is it worth in my area as cut up lumber. So stick around and let's cut this log up together. All right, so I've got a tape measure. I want to show you guys the diameter of this log that I'm talking about, and you let me know in the comments how many board feet of lumber do you think I can get. And I guess it really doesn't matter what scale you use, but how many board feet of lumber do you think I can get from this log? All right, so let's measure this and get back to cutting. All right, so let's go ahead and check the length of this first. There it is, a little better to look at. And as me for a reference, the length is just under 11 feet, but I need 10 footers. So it's actually, the 10 foot is actually right here at the butt. This is a butt log, red oak. And on the small end diameter, it is, let's see, 24 by 21. So let's say 22 to 23 inches on the small end. And on the large end, well, this way is 27.5 inches. This one's 26. So between 26 and 27 inches on that end. That's a pretty large log. I almost don't want to cut this into 1.5 by, so I may not. But there it is. Anyway, guys, it's 10 foot. Let's count this as a 10 footer. So let's count this log as 10 footer, 25 inches on the small end and 27 inches on the big end. But actually, I may not cut this one just yet. But I am still going to share with you guys the numbers, the log pricing, and all of that. But let me show you what I have on the mill that is ready to go, and that's what we're going to cut today. So here it is. I have a log that is, I believe it is 10 feet in diameter, 10 feet in length already. Let's see. And you can see it's just under 11 feet. And this is a small end, and it's 12 inches. So I should be able to get some 8-inch wide boards. I'm gonna cut this log up, and I've got a couple more flitches that I need to edge to add to my stock. All right, so let's go ahead and fire this sawmill up. It's been a few days since I ran it. For some reason, it seems like every time I've been trying to come out here and cut some lumber, a storm comes in, which I'm not mad about. We need the rain. It's super dry. Nothing is growing. So I am not mad about the rain one bit. But I can't get anything done. So I just got the gas on, choke is on, first pull. First pull. Now what I need to do is, and well, everybody knows, let me get this thing off of here. Put this tension on. I need 2 hands for this. All right, I think that's good enough. So, again, I've got a log that is ready to cut. I'm going to cut this log up, but let's warm this up. For some reason, I am all lost for words today. Like I said, I've been trying to come out here for a while, but it's been a nightmare with rain and whatnot. But as of right now, I have a Cook's 8-degree super sharp blade. I want to go ahead and get that doled out, and let me show you what I got. Once the Cook's blade is dull and ready to be taken off, I've got some Simonds blades. I don't know if you can see this, but they are 7-degree blades instead of 10-degree blades, so they should be nice and good for the hardwoods. I have yet to use those 7-degree blades, but I think it's going to be very nice for me. Oh yeah, so let's go ahead and cut this log up, and I will share some numbers with you guys after this video or at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Let's get to it. I forgot to clamp this on. You know me, I like to see the reveal after the first cut, so let's look at this. Again, red oak. I find red oak very beautiful. Has really nice grain, flat cuts. I think it's starting to get a little wavy right here, but I think I was going too fast. Let's rotate this log, keep going. I have a 9-inch cant, or 9-inch thick, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off another inch so I can have a little wider area right here. But you can see that it's 9 inches, but I need 8 inches. This 1-inch slab, or whatever you want to call this, will go in a different area. I need to edge them later, but it will be a minimum of, I will probably make a 1x6 out of this. It will have a little bit of live edge right here, but I think it will be fine. So 1x6 by 10 foot. Now what I need to do is check the defects. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this over once and start slabbing my 1.5 inch boards. I think I took off just a hair too much. Could have used maybe 1/2 inch less on this one, but I think it'll be all right. Now I don't have my 1.5 inch scale, so what I've been using is a little 1.5 inch block. So I just put it on my blade. Like this. And get my thickness that way. So what I want to do now is I want to rotate this cant because it's starting to bow up in the middle and I want to have good cuts. So what I'm going to do is get these boards cleaned up, at least get the dust off of them. So this is how I do it. These bunks are getting rusty, but super simple. Just clean it off, because I'm not sure how long it's going to be before I actually finish this entire order. So I don't want the sawdust to just sit there. I gotta make 100 of these. And I think I'm only maybe 40 in. But look at the grain. So let me put it in this tack and keep going. Those boards are super heavy, but I got them moved. Let me show you what I'm doing with them. I need a little bit better setup. I didn't realize it was supposed to be getting so much rain. I'm out of breath. But here I have, that's supposed to be 8 foot long, 1.25 inches by 8. And a pile right here is 1.5 inches thick by 8. And I need 9 foot and 10 foot. All those are 10 footers. I like to get the longest ones out first for obvious reasons, because I can always cut down a log, or I'd rather send a 9-foot or 10-foot as an 8-foot board, but I can't send an 8-foot board as a 10-foot board. So let's go ahead and flip this small kit over and get, I want to say 3 more. Where are we at? We are just under 6 inches on this. So yeah, let's get 3 more out. Now that I have a covered storage area, I've got room or a place to put the tools that I need, but I need more battery power tools, because that one is just, I'm not a big fan of DeWalt, but main reason I use it because when I built the house, I got a lot of DeWalt tools, or a lot of batteries, so I just kept going with it, mainly because they were on sale. But that's the only reason I really have all these DeWalt tools. Not that I'm brand loyal, that's what I had. So let's go ahead and slab off another one. All right, so on this one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1.5 inch boards. Let me bring you back over here so you can see a little bit better. And then, so 5 boards. This last one it's 4/4. It's not quite 5/4. It's 1 1/8. So I will put that to the side for my drying stack. It's starting to rain again, so I might have to cut this day or this evening sawing short, and especially that big log. I actually want to make a video of that by itself. But what I wanted to share with you guys, and I still, like I said, I wanted to share numbers, and I'm still going to do that. So that one log, what did I say, was 12 inches in diameter, ended up producing 56 board feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 boards that I need and 1 extra. So ended up being 56.6. So let's say 56 board feet. That's what I calculated. So that's what it is to me, because it is usable board feet. I'm trying to hold you to where I can talk. But I sell red oak. This is red oak log. I sell red oak for $1.50 a board foot. It's no secret. I think I need to go up to $2 a board foot. Actually, last year I sold red oak for $2 a board foot, and I sold a lot of it. I might need to do that again, go back to $2 a board foot. Anyway, what I was saying is, this log, man, you're swaying. This log produced 56 usable, sellable board feet of lumber at $1.50 per board foot, which came out to be about $84. And I cut this log for, well, I've been out here for a little under 40 minutes. That's including talking to you guys, walking around, showing you that other monster log. By the way, put in comments how many boards I'm going to get out of this. If you missed the diameter, go back and watch it. If you missed the measurements of that big log. But from this log that I had on Sawmill initially, it's 56 sellable board feet. And I don't have to wait to sell this. This is already sold. The customer already ordered this. He already put a deposit down. So as soon as I'm done with these boards, he's going to come pick it up and pay the rest of this. So it's already sold. This is like money in the bank, pretty much. So that's $84 in 40 minutes. So you do the math. Now I know this log was already pre-staged, and I know you have to consider all that. And I'm sharing gross numbers. I'm not sharing profit numbers. I'm a very small business. I am a weekend sawyer. This is more of a hobby, and whatever I sell helps to pay for my habits, such as buying stuff I probably don't need. But if I was to buy this log in my area, a red oak saw log is only about 30 cents a board foot for a log. But if I was buying them, I would actually get them delivered and pre-staged, but I would also raise the price up. So anyway, I'm still going to make about $1.50 a board foot, maybe even more if I had to buy it. But I'm sharing gross numbers. You also have to consider the time it takes you to secure this log, the time it takes you to load this log. From my previous videos, do you even have a way to load this log on the sawmill? And can you get the logs? I already had this log. It cost me nothing. I actually had to pay somebody. Well, I guess it did cost something. This log came from back a couple months ago. I had some trees cut down, so all those trees I had left on the ground, so that's where it come from. So I already had these logs, but everybody's numbers are going to be different. I am sharing gross revenue numbers, not net profit, whatnot. I am not an accountant. I'm not a business person. Figure that out on your own. You might have a $100,000 sawmill that you cost you $6 an hour to run. I don't know that. Figure that out on your own. I'm just sharing what can be done with a Woodland Mills HM126. 40 minutes of being out here talking to you guys, cutting this log, $84. You calculate that. And I know somebody's going to say that I need to share the appropriate numbers, but these are the appropriate numbers for me. If you don't like it, figure out your own numbers. I'm just telling you what you can sell quickly. It's a good business model, or it's a good business to get into. Anyway, guys, I digress. It's a big rabbit hole I don't want to go into, and everybody has an opinion, and I'm probably wrong, which I don't care. I'm just sharing with what I'm doing, what I'm making. If you're making $6 a board foot, great. If it costs you $5 a board foot and you're losing money, great. I'm sharing what I'm doing. Please follow along, guys. Drop a comment if you can. I will see you on the next video. God bless.